All right, welcome back. We want to revisit that top story of the day, and that is crime in D.C., especially considering the shootings last night down at Navy Yard there on Half Street, just outside the bullpen there. So we know that in the second half of 2020, crime has actually gone down, but a lot of people agree that that doesn't mean that the city necessarily feels safer. A driving factor there is that a lot of the crime has to get reported, obviously, for those stats to change. And many of these crimes, unfortunately, do involve a gun. And that's why this is such an important topic. It's not just for people who live in D.C., it's for all the neighboring counties and people around. Are you coming into D.C.? Do you feel safe coming into D.C.? And that's why we're here for our sound-off topic of the day. We're going to get our panel here. Do you feel safe going into the district? We've got Joe Claire, Katie Barlow, as well as Haley. Katie and Haley, both of you live in D.C. Joe, you're from D.C. Joe, let's start with you. How do you feel about this? Have you seen it get any better? Do you think that you just keep hearing the same message over and over again?
Well, yes, I do keep hearing the same message over and over again, like I said. But then again, there's the other side. Being in big cities, you kind of just have to live with big city life. Unfortunately, this is part of it. Any major city you go to, you will hear about these same kinds of things. And I think that people are like, hey, this is part of big city living. They're going into the city. They're trying to keep their head on the swivel and stay safe and then get back home as fast as they possibly can.
All right, time's
and
up,
that's
Joe.
always been what I've always done. I hope everybody else does it.
Yeah, Katie, how do you feel about this? You've been living in the district. You obviously come into Maryland here. Our studios are in Bethesda. Do you sense a difference, or for you, do you not see so much of the problem?
I'm with Joe on this one, although I'm a little split. I love D.C. I've lived in downtown D.C. for 11 years now. It feels safe. But Joe said, you know, you walk around smart. You keep your head on a swivel. You keep an eye out. And, of course, we cover heartbreaking stories here. Gun crime is a big problem. But generally, you know, I actually looked at this because we're talking about it today. Violent crime is down. Property crime is down. Assault is down. Assault with a dangerous weapon down 15% this year. So it feels like it sometimes because we talk about it, but I love my city.
Sometimes when you look at those numbers, they're a little skewed considering that the years past it's been a spate. So to get back, if anything, it would be to go lower from where we were at a base level. Producer Haley, you're also a resident of the district. Your take?
So I've only lived in D.C. for about 2 years now, but obviously I think we might be a little bit jaded, obviously working here and covering some of the horrible things that we do. But it's still, you know, hard to hear about all those things happening in your city, especially when it's a city that you do love and that has become home. I think it definitely doesn't dissuade me from walking around D.C., but you have to be smart. You have to be with your friends and keep people around.
All right, time's up. And obviously, that really goes for anywhere in any city in the world. You got to be smart. Keep that head on a swivel. Joe, you're in downtown Bethesda here. Obviously, people from the area travel into D.C. What's the take of the people that you spoke with today? Are they comfortable making it to the city?
Well, actually, a young man just pulled up on me now. Nahome, do you feel comfortable traveling into D.C. with all the crime that's going on?
I don't really be going to D.C. like that, but like, I mean, if the police are doing their job and keeping us safe, you know, I'm cool with it.
See how the young people speak? Let's check. I caught up with some other folks earlier today. Let's see what they had to say. We're out here in beautiful downtown Bethesda on a beautiful, brisk fall afternoon. But the question is that we've been asking everyone is, now that the crime has gotten so heavy in Washington, D.C., are you hesitant about going into the city for things, to see a show, for goods and services, to visit friends? Are you hesitant, or does it like, hey, this is just what comes along with the territory?
I'm not hesitant, no. I mean, it's just other stuff going on, but I'm not hesitant due to crime, no. I would go down there, yeah.
It depends where you're going to, though. It really depends on the area you're going to, whether you want to be there after dark, like you can go down to the aquatic gardens. And during the day, it's fine, but I wouldn't want to be in some of those neighborhoods in the evening.
Capital, no problem.
Right.
Okay? So you're right, downtown D.C., DuPont Circle, I don't have any problem in any of those areas.
Listen, everybody. I'm going to speak for these guys. Just make sure you don't go messing around in people's neighborhoods you're not supposed to be messing around in.
Well, I've just moved here.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think I'm new at the area. If I want to go to DC, I will go with a group of friends to feel safe.
So the consensus seems to be, watch your back, but go and enjoy the city. Crime is going to be crime wherever you go. Go and enjoy the city. But watch your back. Matter of fact, this guy coming across the street over here looks shady. Come on, let's go this way, man. So I'm still here with my man Nahome, but you say you feel pretty safe if you had to go into the district.
I mean, yeah, I don't really go there that much, so, I mean, if the police are doing their job and the people are being safe and, you know.
Okay. And he screens recording this right now, so he just blew himself up. He's really happy. So when you go, watch your back, because they watching you now. You just became a celeb. You just became a celeb.
Yeah, Joe, I think that's a good take.
Got new celebs down here, Marina.
Yeah, D.C. Leaders definitely want to hear that people want to continue to frequent D.C. and spend their money there. That's for sure. That's part of our DMV Zone Instant Poll question of the day. And obviously, we checked earlier tonight, and it was quite the poll at 100. Let's see what you're saying quickly here first. This is not about D.C. We're going to talk about couponing in a second. We got a little ahead of ourselves, and I'm not sure if we can see this DMV Zone Instant Poll question of the day here in a second. Hopefully we can pull it up. Remember, at the top of the hour, it was 100% no, you're not going into D.C. Hopefully we see if we moved a little of that meter. There you go. 75% of you still saying no.